So let's start with Nuggets Suns, because it appears that Jokic is just figuratively undressing DeAndre Ayton to the point where Suns fans and everybody is just pointing to him as the issue, as if Paul's absence means nothing. But so I ask you, is that the ultimate difference maker here? Because Booker is lighting up the night and Durant is Durant, and yet the Nuggets can close things out tonight in Phoenix.
Well, it's an issue. I don't know if it's the issue. I mean, if I was a Suns fan, I would actually be pretty excited about what I'm seeing from Durant and Booker. And I understand that this is not the best team they're going to have because they traded away all their depth to get Durant. And I would be like, man, this could be really good this next few years once they can add a few more players in free agency or do some trades or something. I know that that's not the way a fan thinks. That's the way somebody in my job thinks. I look at the long term. A fan is desperately going game to game. But I don't see the Suns, now that I've seen them, and I covered them in the first round, now that I've seen them for a month, that's not a championship roster. But, boy, do they have two championship stars.
They sure do.
So Ayton's not getting it done, and I think after the end of the season it'll be interesting to see whether the Suns look at what his market would be. He's not exactly making other teams want to pound the door down to get him. We know that he's going to get outplayed by Jokic. That's not a surprise. But what's been really frustrating is that he's getting out-hustled and out-physicaled. And so that's an issue for the Suns. Chris Paul is an issue. But the Nuggets have a better 1 through 8 roster. And one of the great things about the NBA playoffs, Rich, is sometimes we get to see stars go up against better rosters and we get these great series. And we're kind of getting a great series. So, I expect Booker and Durant to have great games tonight and to have the two of them go up against it. And I expect that ultimately the Nuggets, the better team, to win.
So, and obviously the Sixers tonight would have, without a doubt, as you might imagine, signed for a Game 6 closeout game in their favor at home. Certainly the way Embiid came into this series. So what is the biggest surprise in the fact for you that the Celtics are facing elimination tonight?
Yeah, I mean, the Celtics are really, really good. I mean, I covered them 3 rounds last year, and I really thought they were going to win the title at one point. I mean, they're up 2-1 with Game 4 at home last year. And, Steph Curry happened. I really think this is a good team. They don't really – they have everything you need for a champion. They really do. But they sometimes struggle with focus, and that has cost them games. Boy, do they lose a lot of home games, Rich. I have covered so many games at the TD Garden where the other team is very excited in the last 2 years, a lot. And I do think that the changes that Joe Mazzulla has made to the way the Celtics play has made them more vulnerable. I think it, on one end, makes them more formidable when things are going well, but I think it's made them more vulnerable. They were a better defensive team last year, and they weren't as reliant on the three-point shot. They could very easily hit 23s tonight and bury the Sixers on their home court. In fact, the last 4 times they've lost a home game and then gone on the road in the playoffs over the last 2 years, they won, including 2 road elimination games last year. Teams don't win 2 road elimination games in a decade, much less the same season. So, but they are more vulnerable than they should be. And so now here's one thing I'm going to say. Joel Embiid took off his brace on that knee in Game 5, had 33 points, and I don't think really pushed it. I think he will know tonight, especially now that he knows that knee is stronger. It reacted well without the brace. I think Joel goes for it. I think Joel goes for the MVP moment tonight to carry the Sixers the furthest they've been in over 20 years. And so Boston, whether they make their threes or not, better be ready for the MVP to bare his teeth tonight. That's what I'm expecting.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.